Welcome to the Cool Box Sessions. I am your host, Dave Ordinary, and it's the 9th episode, and this one's a special one. We have the first female on the show. She goes by the name of Lex Lafoy, all the way from Durban, and she's been representing hip-hop for the last 2 decades, if I'm correct. Yeah, and I mean, we're trying to move away from this whole aspect of female, male, when it comes to hip-hop. She's a hip-hopper, you know what I mean? And yeah, she's for the culture. So let's just dive right into it. Lex Lafoy. Who is Lex Lafoy?
Lex Lafoy has been crowned Durban's First Lady of Hip Hop. I am a rapper, a writer, a creative project manager, an events producer, a mom, and a proud child of God. Yeah.
Dope. So tell us, what is your sound? Where did Lex Lafoy's sound come from? Yeah.
My sound has grown and evolved along with my own personal evolution and growth. But the actual sound, the name, is Honey Bass. Honey Bass encapsulates my absolute love for dirty, grimy, grungy bass. And I feel like that's the one solid element across all my music. No matter how many times I change genre or change, pace and style, it's Honey Bass. It's sassy and it's bass.
Dope. Okay. Next question is, what were your influences, Tell us, what started you on this journey of hip-hop? Yeah. Let us know.
When I first started writing and getting to know hip-hop, it was just me alone in my bedroom, writing lyrics, listening to music on the radio. But in 2004, I started to develop a more localized understanding, familiarizing myself with the South African, first Durban, then the wider South African culture, artists, the movements. And my influences have been so varied. I mean, from so many. But if I could highlight maybe 1 or 2 from each era, locally in Durban, way back then, I was around people like Zulu Boy, Raheem Kemet, Tumi and the Volume of that era, your own band, Words Flying South. And then growing, I looked up to people like Vadesa, also Brasa Fanikab. Globally, I've looked up to people like Jay-Z, Kanye, Lauryn Hill, MIA. I also like Ricky Tyler from Cape Town. And then, of course, your oddballs, like your Bjork and your Florence and the Machine. So I'd say my influence has been wide and vast. A lot of hip-hop, but also a lot of alternative. People like Red Hot Chili Peppers as well influenced and introduced to me through my mom. So yeah, it's vast and wide.
Dope. So, who would you like to collab with nationally or internationally? Yeah, let us know.
I would love to collaborate with Ricky Tyler on a hip-hop / R&B steez locally. On an alternative steez, I'd love to collaborate with Nduduzo Makatini and Thandiswa Mazwai. And globally, I would love to collaborate with Kanye. I think he's a crazy genius, much like my friend and director Slim. And I like that energy because you never know where it's going to take you. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, a little bit of a serious question. What's your take on being an artist and being in a relationship, ups and downs, what's it, good or bad? And yeah, let us know your take on
it. I don't know. I've been in a healthy relationship that has assisted my growth as a person and a human and an artist. But I've also been single for almost the last 3 years, and I've experienced the most growth, the most focus, and personally the best time I'm having on this earth ever. So I think it depends. If that relationship can match the frequency of who you are without taking away from who you are, but adding to what you do and what you're about, then yeah, I'm all for relationships. Personally, I'm for relationships, I'm for family, I'm for marriage, because I understand that the more solid the units, the more solid our communities and the more solid our society, But I do believe that we need to work first. We have to heal first before we form these relationships and these families, because a lot of us are carrying, generational trauma, collective trauma. So I'm all for relationships, though, healthy ones only. Yeah.
Dope. Okay. So tell us, would you like to be signed or remain independent? And give us your outlook on that, Give us your reasons and where you're coming from.
I would like to be signed for management and for marketing. But as far as my creative independence is concerned, I always want sovereignty in that. I also want to make a decision about the lyrics, the delivery, my wardrobe, my styling, my team. So I'd want something more collaborative with the label. I'm very open to that. Yeah.
Oh, good perspective. Okay, so tell us, what's your outlook on this beef, the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef? What you think? Is it good or bad for hip hop? Personally, I think it's great for hip hop, But yeah, let's hear what you got to say about that.
I feel like the Kendrick and Drake beef brought a resurgence, a revitalization to the culture, the movement of hip hop. Me personally, I like both of them for different reasons. I like Kendrick, he's a Gemini, like me, we the best. I love his lyricism. I love what he stands for. I love that he's black and conscious. I love that he has broken so many glass ceilings as a black conscious hip hop artist in America. But I mean, I love Drake too. A little bit of Drake here and there. Very sassy, very sexy. As a lady, I mean, everybody loves a little bit of Drake, But yeah, I like them for two different reasons. And personally, I think the beef has been great for the culture and for hip hop globally. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. I hear you. So tell us, who inspires you nationally and internationally to, up your game with the pen? Yeah.
Locally, I'm inspired by OK Malum Cool Cat. I was actually just listening to a drum by OK Malum Cool Cat and Slim Ego on the way here on repeat. I absolutely love Boom, and as a Durbanite, you can't take that love away from me. I love the way he balances Boom and hip hop. I think he brings something so unique, to the table. I also love Y-Gen and Youngster CPT and the movement he's created. I love what they're doing out in Cape Town, They're so culture-based, so community-based, and I feel like we need more of that in the culture locally. Internationally, I love Daniel Caesar. and his toxic counterpart, Brent Fayez. Yeah, I love R&B, especially new school R&B. I like soulful new school R&B, and I feel like Daniel Caesar does that.
Dope. I hear you. Okay, so we never leave the producer out on the show, you know. So tell us, how did the song come about with the song that you're about to perform? You know, who are the producer, composer, musicians? How did it come about? Yeah, let us know.
Firstly, I just want to say I am absolutely excited about this new song of mine. It's a single and it's called Frisk. And it is produced by Hugh Davison, who's from Cape Town, together with Musa Zwane from Soweto from the band Shameless. And I just want to tell you a quick story because how this song came about is absolutely miraculous. I met Hugh Davison through the drummer of the band Shameless from Soweto. They are an amazing punk rock band. And one day I was on a video call with Rock from the band Shameless, who was in Cape Town. And I'm asking him, I'm like, where are you calling me from? What's happening? And he's on the phone and he's like, I'm here with the guy Hugh. Do you want to meet him? And literally, he like slides the camera to the side, and that's how I met Hugh. And then fast forward about a year later, I was invited to do a really cool advert with Hugh. It was a collaboration between AI and artists, myself, Jeremy Loops, Questa, for a Samsung ad for the Olympics in 2024, last year. So yeah, I met Hugh Davison through Rock from the band Shameless. I did an advert with him, and the whole time he had sent me this beat, you know, to work on. And I must say, the song challenged me in so many ways because I haven't done this type of song before. I think the closest thing I could relate it with in my catalog would be From the Head. The original one was done in 2012. So for me to come full circle back to like a reggae-inspired, dub-inspired song, honestly, it feels like my very first song. Like, I can't explain this feeling. It feels like I've come full circle. It's a beautiful song about peace, and I've written it from a place of peace. So it took a really long time to write. It took about 6 months because each time I added to it, I challenged myself to be in the exact same frequency as when I started writing the song, because I didn't want anything to be off in terms of the overall frequency of the song. So I wrote the first verse. It took about 3 months, together with the chorus, and then last year October, while I was away in Cape Town on a job for work, I met someone with really, really dope energy, and I feel like their energy unlocked the second verse. Because while I was there visiting this person, I was like, oh my God, I got it. The second verse came to me. So like, I don't know, I feel like our leveling up and our writing and our creating is an unlocking process. And for me, that's what this song was about. I had to be in a certain place, be in a certain city, having accomplished a certain amount of things to enter into that frequency to complete the song. So it was work. Putting the song together was work. It was energetic work. I had to travel to finish it. I had to challenge myself as a lyricist to feature it. And it really is true. Some of the simplest writing is the most difficult. So I hope you can appreciate that as a listener.
Yeah, you know, it's dope to always find out how music came about, you know, how the collaboration came about. Yeah, music is a magical thing. Connects everybody. So, on to the last question. What's next for Lex Lafoy?
2025 is looking amazing for Lex Lafoy. I just shot my music video for Frisk. I'm getting ready to release Frisk on Friday the 28th of March 2025. I've also done an amazing single with Rahim Kemet called Movies. I can't wait for you all to hear that. It is so beautiful. I'm also working on completing an EP that I started with someone by the name of QD, aka the 11th Decibel, who's from the Eastern Cape. We met up in Joburg a long time ago when I was still staying in Joburg, about 2016 or so. And we got 3 tracks down, and there were a lot of things that had happened in life on both our sides. And late last year, QD got hold of me, and we're now finishing the EP. So yeah, it's Frisk, the single. It's Movies, the single with Rahim Kemet. It's the EP with QD, aka the 11th Decibel. And there's also another single I recorded with Brim locally here in Durban that he apparently is going to release this year. So let's see. We're holding thumbs. Yeah.